And like just trying to like talk to her and be there for her and act like it's a different type of situation where you have to act like shit is normal when you know shit is going downhill. You feel me? What's up, y'all? You are not prescribed, where we turn real conversations into real prescriptions. And it's your boy Dewey Rice, baby. And we are back on the motherfucking mic. All right. So it's been a while. I get that. I'm sorry. But listen, life has been motherfucking life. And do you hear me? If you follow me, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. Life has been lifing. A lot has changed in your boy's life in the last 2-3 months. And nigga, I think the last time I was here, I know the last time I was here, had an episode with Kari and Mickey. Shout out to y'all. That was our last one on Uncomfortable Conversations. And today, it's going to be a very uncomfortable conversation to have, but I feel like it's definitely needed. I feel like what I've been through needs to be documented and talked about. I feel like it could really help somebody out there. Probably a lot of people out there that has dealt with grief, losing a parent, losing a family member, losing a friend. Shit, nigga, losing anybody, okay? Losing anybody. I feel like this conversation could really help. It's really going to help. But before we get into that, like I said, a lot has changed in my life from like motherfucking work to my family. Like I lost my mother. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you don't follow me. I lost my mom on May 6th. So that was a big ass boom to the motherfucker heart. And then at work, a lot of changes have happened. Like I lost literally my whole marketing team. Like it's just me. Like life has been really motherfucking, I don't know, God been in that bitch. Not God, but, it's just because he, everything happens for a reason. I fuck with God, that's my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But to the chest, all right? So a lot of things have changed. I recently got off a trip in Houston. I'm trying to think of other things that's happened since April. You know what I'm saying? I planned a funeral, you know what I'm saying? So book me if you if you need some guidance with a funeral. I'm your guy. Hello. Like, not book the funeral, plan the funeral. Just then really held it down, y'all. So we are here to talk about it today. Okay. So before we get to the shit, I want to give y'all a little story time of just how my life has been since April, bro. It's been crazy. It's been a whirlwind. It's been some shit that I really can't even what the fuck is going on? All right. So boom, y'all know I love me a good little story time. So you know what I'm saying? Sit tight, nigga. Sit tight. All right, cool. So, in April, boom, my grandma had a procedure, right? And her procedure, usually when she has surgery, basically whatever the medicine is for recovery versus her blood thinners, because she has congestive heart failure, it always fucks her up. She's always in the hospital longer than what she needs to be in. So imagine this. So boom, it's Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I did my little 1-2, my little meal prep, my little content, my little cleaning the crib. Y'all know me. Sunday is really my reset day. Sunday reset, babe. So I didn't set the crib up. I didn't got to the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, what you call it? I didn't got to the motherfucking meal prep. Got the ground turkey going. I get a text. My grandma, I get a call, but I don't answer because I'm on the phone and I'm like, I'll call my grandma right back. Mind you, always answer that motherfucking phone. So then my grandma texts me and she's like, I don't know, I need to go to the hospital or something. So at that point, I'm like, pause this conversation. 354-2208, grandma. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So I get on the phone with my grandma. She's lifeless for real, telling me she needs to be rushed to the hospital. She's lost a lot of blood. So I'm like, y'all know that's my favorite lady. What are we doing? I gotta go get her. So boom, bust down and get my grandma, leave the ground turkey on the motherfucking stove, babe. You're gonna stay here. I got to go. So turn the stove off. Whatever you're staying, I'm going. Cool. Get over to my grandma's crib. She's really great for real. Great, nigga. We need to get you to the hospital ASAP. She's lost a lot of blood. So boom, I get her to the hospital, you feel me? And also on a Sunday, not to mention, Sunday is my baddie Sunday. I got to be honest about something, okay? I watch baddies, you feel me? I love me some baddies, you know what I'm saying? Cold killer hoe, that's my shit now. I really wasn't watching it before she got on there. I did watch Stunner Girl season, but that was just because I was bored at work, you know what I'm saying? But then a lady from Columbus got on there. I'm like, oh, let me support, you know what I'm saying? I done seen her, you know what I'm saying? It's a bad, you know what I'm saying? I remember that song back in the day, so I'm like, let me support Cold Killer Ho, nigga, let's get it, you feel me? So boom, it's Baddie Sunday, so I'm like, damn, I gotta go take my grandma, but I'm also about to go watch the Baddie shit after. So boom, get my grandma to the hospital, we get her admitted. Basically, it was like that she's staying for the night. Cool. So I go bust down. My grandma, like, before I leave though, she like, don't tell your mom, because my mom had a big appointment coming up on Monday to check on her brain, which I'll get to that in a second. So she's like, don't tell your mom. So I'm like, all right, like I don't really like keeping secrets like that, like especially my grandma being in the hospital. This her mama in the hospital, but all right, cool. So boom, get to watching my baddies, bop bop my baddies. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha. So boom, next day come. I get to work early. It's like 8 a.m. You feel me? And get to work. I guess, and we got the little kitchen. I'm getting my bagel together, bop, bop, you know what I'm saying? Filling up my water bottle, because I do a gallon a day, bop, bop, you know what I'm saying? I get a call. Ring, you feel me? I answer, hello? It's my mom's husband. He like, yo, I've been trying to get in touch with your grandma, but your mom got rushed to the hospital. Huh? What you talking about? Your mom got rushed to the hospital. So now I got to tell him like, well, shit, my grandma actually in the hospital. She ain't want y'all to know because she know about mommy's appointment. Cool. He like, your mom fell while going into her appointment, so they had to rush to the hospital, bop, 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 bop. So now I'm like, if y'all can only imagine, two of my favorite ladies is in the hospital. This is crazy. This is insane, okay? So I finished the work day out. Y'all know me, I'm going to go to the gym, but before I go to the gym, I'll go check on I think I checked on my mom first, then my grandma. So I go see my mom. My mom got the cast on. She didn't fracture two things on her back and on her neck, whatever. Mind y'all, my mom, if you don't know, my mom has stage 4 bone cancer at this point. So, bones is frail, you feel me? It started as breast cancer, and she had been fighting for 6 years, not for 4 or 6 years. So, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't really know that my mom had been falling like that. So my mom had been falling, and she was in pain before that, but she fractured some shit, she broke some shit, so they kept her in the hospital. And one thing about that was crazy for me was just like, wow, like both of them are in the hospital. My grandma and my mom are in the hospital. Like this was probably the worst 2 weeks, damn near 2 weeks, not of my life. I ain't gonna be that dramatic, but damn near, it was very traumatic for me, right? So boom. The crazy part about all of that was while my mom is in the hospital, you feel me, and we're getting information on her, my grandma is also in there. And my grandma keeps telling us like, your mom is at the end of the road. And it's not really registering. Like, I feel it, but I'm not really feeling it because I'm not really understanding what you're saying. The doctor says she cool. We got another plan. We're cool, right? No, there's no way. So just keep that in mind, y'all. So boom, I'm seeing my grandma throughout the week. I'm seeing my mom. So if literally life was like work, hospital for one, gym, hospital for the other, or work, hospital, gym. You feel me? So it's a constant back and forth. So that first week, you know what I'm saying? My mom, I feel like it's crazy because she always was talking about, we would have conversations. She always talk about how tired she was. Like, if you can only imagine, if you seen pictures of my mom, bad bitch, period. Off top, bad bitch, off top. I don't know what y'all talking about. Bad bitch, off top. Okay. So only imagine a bad bitch having to go to chemo every week. You know what I'm saying? Usually when somebody has cancer, or from my experience, when cancer has been a thing, they give you have a plan, right? And shout out to her doctor, because he always had a plan, but you have a plan of when chemo starts and when it stops, or when radiation starts and when it stops. But for my mom at this point with stage 4, the plan was you getting this shit all the time to keep you alive. And so what about to say? So this week has been really hard, but they're also saying, mind y'all, she was going into the hospital. She was going into her appointment to check on her brain because it had moved to her brain. And that's another thing too that was kind of fucking me up, was things it was getting progressively worse. And I think my mom didn't want us to know, but she was sharing it with me because she felt like I was the one that could handle it. But it's like, babe, why do you think I'm God's strongest soldier? Because I'm not. You feel me? I'm sad thinking about this shit. I'm not his strongest soldier. But she tells me that it had moved to her brain, and that the good thing about that was that they could radiate that spot. And if they radiate that one spot, they can make it, it could go, right? So this week we in the hospital, we sitting there, we chilling or whatever. Like I told you, I'm going from my grandma to my mom, but keep in mind, my grandma keeps saying your mom was at the end of the road. Cool. So this one particular day I get to the hospital, my mom is just kind of over it, but I don't really know why. So you feel me? I'm asking, and basically the doctor had told her the plan was to put a stent in her liver, because as you know, the liver, which I learned myself, the liver rejuvenates itself, right? So it takes the toxins, the bad things out your body, gets the good things in. It's kind of like that working robot, that working motor. And basically the cancer has spread all through her liver. So the plan was to put a stent in it, but at that point they couldn't. Like they just like it's not gonna do anything. It doesn't make sense to do that. And so I just remember sitting there with my mom, basically a doctor telling her like, there's nothing else we can do. And in that moment, I'm like listening to them, but it's not registering. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not registering. So we're sitting there. They tell us not really much they could do. This is earlier in the week, right? But like I said, the Dr. Strover, always had a motherfucking plan. So boom, that's what they tell us. We sat for a couple hours. Dr. Strover, shout out to you, my nigga. He like, nah, we have a plan. I have another trial that you could try. Like, we're gonna try this trial. And basically the trial was my mom would take either like 6 pills a day or 12 pills a day. So I can't remember, it was three at night, 3 in the morning, or 6 in the morning and 6 at night. But whatever the combination was, she was taking a lot of motherfucking pills in one day to attack the liver because they said it could rejuvenate itself and whatever. And then there was hope when she got back for her appointment that next Monday. Mind you, this is Wednesday and we find out. So one thing my mom just kept asking was like, I just want to go home. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to go home type shit. All right, cool, babe. We're going to make sure you get the fuck home. So when I think about it now and I reflect, it makes me like, I wonder if we didn't send her home, would she have had more time? But I think at the end of the day, like my grandma was saying, her days was coming to an end. So we get my mom, Thursday comes around, we get her home. For me, I think that's when it set in for me. We get her home. And at this point, like I said, the liver is supposed to rejuvenate, you feel me? But it's not rejuvenating. So that means like all these toxins are in my mom's body. That means like when my mom got home, all she really could do was lay down. And you got to think about a mobile girl, like a mobile ass woman who never sat down. My mom never sat down. And like, even when I like through this whole process, when I look at old pictures, it just really breaks my heart that like somebody was like that cancer shit sucks, nigga. Like it took my mom through there. Like for my mom had fought for 6 years. And just to like look at old pictures and see like my mom, you know what I'm saying? She was a little skinny thing, but she had her little 4 kids. So she got a little thick, you know what I'm saying? Her weight ebb and flowed, you know what I'm saying? But just to see how it took her from like, where she was like thick and, you know, like looked healthy to like, even when she was frail bones, you know what I'm saying? Skinny as fuck. Cause her last couple years, my mom was getting really, really skinny. And like, even when, like, again, when I look at pictures, I'm just like, one thing about my mom, she never looked bad though. The only time I see my mom look bad was those last days that we was with her, because I just could not like, and I'm not even saying cause she had no makeup. She just was lifeless. You feel me? So my mom always had her hair done, period. Nails done, period. Fit on, don't matter, nigga. She's always gonna look good. She did not play about that. Like, that's one thing I got from my mom and my dad, and actually my grandma too. Like, we vain ass people, we gotta look good. I'm looking in that mirror every time. You feel me? Like, that's how my mom looked. So we get her back to the house on Thursday, and for me, that's when things kind of like took a turn. Like, she wasn't able to get up and go to the bathroom. She wasn't able to really do anything. She was just in the bed and in the recliner and just looked like just miserable. And I think that the whole time she was home, she was dosed up on so much medicine that it was like she was lifeless for real. Like, I remember coming in one day, I think it was like a Friday or Saturday, coming in. I'm like, hi, mom. So she know I'm there. You feel me? We talking. But she just saying random ass shit. Like, girl, what is you talking about? Like, she just saying shit. Like, the girl's so high off medicine, she just saying shit. But one thing she had said was like, I got my purple pop. And I'm like, yeah, you do. You got your purple pop. And like, just trying to like talk to her and be there for her and act like it's a different type of situation where you have to act like shit is normal when you know shit is going downhill. You feel me? So that's like Friday or Saturday. So me and Jalen, let's get to it. Me and Jalen go out Saturday. Mind you, my mom, the plan was for her to get home that Thursday, get home that Thursday, kind of just rest and get herself together. They gave her some pills. Damn, y'all, the devil's really working over here, cutting off my cameras and shit like that, but we back. So, like I said, the doctor gives her these pills. Like I said, the plan was for her to get home and rest. So we like, cool, it's from Thursday to Monday. So like on Monday, we're going to start this process. My mom going to be good. She going to get these pills. We're going to get that liver going and we good. So me and Jalen, we go out. We go to Bernard's that Saturday. Shit cool. We have a good time. And get home Sunday morning, I get a call. Boom. It's like 7:00, 7:30. I'm still a little hung. I'm still a little hung over. Like, wait. You know what I'm saying? So Daryl called me. He crying. He like, your mom's not eating. She's not doing anything. Like, she doesn't want to eat. She doesn't want to go to the bathroom. She doesn't want to do anything. Like, I need you to get here, like, whatever. So in my head, instantly, I'm like, we're going back to the hospital. Mom, I know you wanted to go back home. I know you wanted to go home, but babe, we're going back to the hospital. You haven't been able to do anything you've been in this recliner, from the recliner to the bed. You can't do nothing. Like, and because of the liver, because of the toxin in her body, my mom, her feet has swelled so bad that she wasn't even able to walk for real. So you just gotta remember, like, bro, this shit was crazy. This shit is traumatic as fuck. So we get her in the bed when I get over there, and I'm just like, that moment for me was really like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we probably at the end for real. Like, she looked so bad, like, in a way where just like, I feel like she just looked like she was in so much pain. Like I was saying, like, my mom, through all the years of her fighting, through all of the surgery and shit like that, or the chemos, and even when she was, you know, in pain, out of energy and things like that, she never looked sick for real. So I think it was hard for us to really grasp, like, my mom was actually sick. You get me? But in these last couple of days of that week, she looked sick. So it ain't nothing in my mind. Maybe we going to the hospital. Sorry, you going to the hospital, babe. So they on their mic chart and shit. I'm like, nigga, 911, nigga, 911. Get her on this ambulance. We got to go. So I'm telling them, like, we call the ambulance. They pull up. The EMT niggas, they pull up. They get upstairs. They get on a little stretcher, a little hearse type shit. Get her downstairs, and she asked me to ride with her. So I get in the ambulance with her. My brother and Daryl had drove there, but we in the ambulance, and I feel like, shout out to the EMT nigga, because he really held it down for my mom. Like, just made her feel comfortable. Was talking to her about certain shit. And in that ride, like, bro, I couldn't understand why mom just kept, like, holding my hand. She's holding my hand the whole time, but she just kept saying, like, you got this. Like, you got this. And I'm just like, girl, what you mean? We got this, nigga. You're not going, no. What you talking about? She just kept holding my hand saying, you got this. And even in that moment, y'all, it still didn't feel like she was going. But I feel like my mom in that moment, like, I feel like my mom knew. Like, I feel like she knew, like, shit was about to go left. You feel me? I feel like she felt it. I feel like she knew. She just ain't want nobody else to know. So, and on the ride, she's like telling the dude, like, she's like, he's like, oh, you have a birthday coming up. And she's like, yeah, like, they did a great thing for me. Like, they, they're great people. They threw a big 50th birthday party for me. And I'm so grateful we did that, bro. Like, I got my mom, I did her a little pay and sip last year. If y'all don't know, if y'all haven't seen, did her a pay and sip. And then I also got her a photo shoot done. So, like, those pictures will live forever. And that's actually one of the pictures on this necklace that my friend got me. Shout out to you too. But on the ambulance, while she talked to the EMT, she just saying, like, she's saying all these great things, but she can barely talk, y'all. But she looks at me and she just like, you got this and you got this. So we get her to the hospital. They plug up her port. Everything seems cool. You feel me? Everything seems cool. So I also was going to a party that Sunday. So when we got her at the hospital, got her stabilized, Daryl was just like, y'all can pull out. So me and Jalen go to the crib. We gets to getting dressed for the function. You hear me? We getting dressed for the function. And it's like an hour later, and Daryl called me. Probably one of the worst calls I ever received in my life type shit. Called me, and he crying. He like, y'all got to get back up here. I'm like, huh? I'm mid toothbrush. Huh? You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? What you talking about? Y'all got to get back up here. I'm like, what's going on? He like, everything's failing. Your mom's kidney fell. Like, everything is failing. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, now you hear that, it's a different type of feeling. So mind you, we didn't been through the hospital all week. You know what I'm saying? We got a plan. We sent her home. I got her back to the hospital because shit ain't going well at home. And then her husband called and basically say, like, we got to get up there. We got to get up here. Everything's failing. So I tell my friends, like, hey, y'all, like, hey, my niggas, y'all have fun. Y'all can stay here, but we got to go. So we get up to the hospital. And it was crazy. I feel like that moment was so crazy, bro. And I'm going to stop here real quick. Because when so they tell us we had 24 hours. And I think for me, that was just a different type of news, right? Like, 24 hours with like somebody that has raised you, like your mom or like whoever, friend, nigga. 24 hours is crazy, right? So I'm trying to keep yourself together, y'all, but I gotta say this. Cool. 24 hours. And I just, in that moment, I'm like, God damn. So I'm gonna pause here. It is so important, bruh. So important because I feel like my mom had been talking about how tired she was, but it just sounded like she was saying tired. But one thing that I'm so grateful about in this moment was that like I genuinely had humanized my mom. Like they're telling us she has 24 hours, and I'm just thinking back of like, damn, this person is about to go. You feel me? And one thing that I will forever like live with is the fact that I didn't like in my earlier 20s and teens, I definitely was mad at my mom. I resented her for certain things. I felt like some of her choices that she made wasn't for the betterment of me. And I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I had a chip on my shoulder, you feel me? Until I got into therapy and really started to like, one thing my therapist told me was like humanizing your parents, bro. I'm 32 right now and I've made mistakes and I've done things. And just to think like my mom was 32 at 4, you feel me? 32 at 4 trying to figure it out. And so like all the things that I might have been mad at, humanize your parent, bro. This is a message. Humanize your parent, humanize your caregiver, humanize whoever raised you, bro. Shit was not, I mean, think about the mistakes you've made in your life, my nigga. Think about the mistakes you've made in your life right now. And think about that on top of, y'all might have kids, but I don't. So like, think about that on top of your kids. Like that shit, that's a lot. That's a lot to manage on top of, you feel me, finding love, on top of wanting dick, wanting pussy, you know what I'm saying? Trying to live your life and still trying to raise motherfuckers. Like that's a lot. So one thing I want to tell y'all, humanize your parents. Cause in this moment of 24 hours, I was just thinking about all the things that like, I mean, at that time, me and my mom in my later 20s, we've had those talks, we've had those discussions, and I wasn't living with like that resentment anymore. But just if y'all are, keep that shit in mind. Boom. Back to the story. So they're telling us she got 24 hours. So we gets to making calls. Like the first call I'm gonna make, like I told y'all, like first call I'm gonna make is my grandma. And need to mind y'all, man, like that week was tough for me because I'm going from like hospital to hospital. I'm going from Riverside to the Stephanie. Riverside to the Stephanie. I'm going to work. Riverside to the Stephanie gym, or work, gym, Riverside, Stephanie. Like those 2 weeks was crazy. I'm at the hospital every single day for both of my favorite people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom and my grandma are both in the hospital, both down bad. We really don't know what the fuck going on. So they give us the 24 hours and we're making calls to everybody, just like, you know, calling her family, her friends, just letting everybody know, like, you feel me? We at the end type shit. So, we calling people, they coming up, everybody's sad, we hugging each other. This moment is beautiful. It's a beautiful moment, but it's a very sad moment because it's like, damn, this is really happening. Mind y'all, my mom's still in the room trying to fight. Like, that's the crazy part about it. She's still in the room trying to fight. So the doctor comes in and my mom was just like, she called for her boys. She said, I want my boys and my husband in the room. So we asked everybody to exit. We get in the room. And the doctor is trying to deliver this news, but she can't even get it out. You get what I'm saying? Like after the 24 hours, they was like, there's still something else we might be able to do, right? They should have never told my mom that because now my mom was riding that wave. Like there's still something else y'all could do. So they tell her like, they like, there's still something else we could do. I don't know why y'all told Masherie that because Masherie wasn't going to let it go. So the doctor comes in and she's trying to get it out. She's like, you know, there is a procedure we could do. And at this point, her voice is cracking. Babe, if the doctor's voice is cracking, this might not be the one. You feel me? She's like, there's a procedure we can do, but I want to let you know if we hit a nerve on your spine, you may not be able to walk again. And bruh, like the strongest lady I know, because ain't no motherfucking way y'all telling me I might not be able to walk. Take me about. My mom's still in the bed like, I want to do it. I want to do anything. She's like, I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to die. I cannot leave them. Like, I'll do it. And y'all, that's a different type of strength, my nigga. That's a different type of strength for somebody to tell you you're mobile, you're active. You do, even in her 6 years of fighting, she was still active. You feel what I'm saying? Telling you might not be able to walk again. My mom's still trying to do it was crazy. So she's asking everybody in the room. She asked her 4 boys and she asked her husband. Now, I'll let y'all know. Y'all know me. I'm like, no. I'm crying. Like, no, mom, no way. Like, your quality of life is about to change just to stay here for us. No. Wheelchair bound? Hell no. A possibility of that? Hell no. Don't take yourself through that. And the lady was just talking about how painful it could be, right? So there was two sons that was, and y'all let y'all guess. It was two sons that said like no, and there's two other sons that saying, Mom, I'm gonna do whatever you want to do. Mind y'all, she just said she'd do it. No, bro, no. Then they asked her husband too. I let y'all decide who the fuck said which side. Y'all let y'all pick whose side the niggas was on. But I was on the side of no. And so after that, like, oh, and one other thing I want to say too, during this time, document everything, bruh. Document everything. And shout out to Cortland. She lost her mom a couple years ago. And she just told me, like, in her moments of losing her mom, she found it very important and very pivotal that she documented everything. And I shout out to you. I will forever love you for that. Because during these moments, I started documenting shit. For example, I documented the ambulance ride. I documented that moment that the lady had came back in there, just trying to have that like that voice from my mom. Even though I have episodes with my mom, like still just having that, like, even though it breaks my heart every time I listen to it, just having that moment. You feel me? So shout out to you, Court. But anyways, back to the story. So boom. I'm gonna speed this up, y'all, because I know y'all probably over there. I don't know. Maybe y'all motherfuckers is crying too. I don't know. I'm trying to hold it together. So boom. Everybody comes up to the hospital. So now we're on the last 3 days of my mom's life. Cool. So we take her from the emergency room to her room. So Monday, my grandma gets admitted. So shout out to Miss Gina. She goes and gets my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Mary pull down to the motherfucker Stephanie, see her daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's their first time seeing each other. And I felt like my grandma hadn't seen my mom in those 2 weeks because she was also in the hospital, right? So I'm like, Eric, when she walk in, I'm like, everybody, let's get up out. Let's let her have her moment with her daughter. Cool. She get her little moment. And I was kind of confused because I like, get him a moment. Nigga, I clear out the room. My grandma like, where you going? Girl, I'm giving you a moment. She like, stay. Okay, cool. So if y'all can only imagine, which I also documented this too, we get the whole hands, we crying. And, you know, my grandma was just like praying. My grandma was just telling her like, you know, my Cherie, like, you fought so hard. You get me? Like, you fought so hard. Like, let go. Like, you're in so much pain. Like, let go. And all my mom just kept saying was like, I don't want to die. Like, I can't leave my kids. I can't leave them. And like, y'all, if one thing is going to replay in my head forever was just that, like, I don't want to die. Mind y'all, my mom was tired as fuck. My mom had been through so many trials, bro. If you have somebody that's going through cancer, bro, they go through chemo and radiation and things like that. Chemo taking you out for the damn near the whole week type shit. You know what I'm saying? You might have 2 or 3 days out of the 7 that you actually feel good. Like, keep that in mind, y'all. Like, especially when you stage 4, she stage 4 bone cancer, my nigga. So imagine her back hurting, back spasm, this, that, and the third. She said on the episode, but just all the things that like she going through on a daily. You feel me? Just imagine that. And then imagine the same person still wanting to be here, bro. Crazy work. Still wanting to fight and endure, even with all the things you're going through. That's a strong ass individual. You feel me? So my grandma is praying for her and she just telling her to let go. She telling her like it's okay. And the whole time my mom was just saying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. So they have their moment. Boom. We get back in there. And I think for those last, also, I'm not laughing, but I'm just thinking like hospice, right? Let's talk about that real quick. Hospice, crazy as fuck. I thought hospice was, mind you, I had another family member that went through hospice, right? And I thought hospice was like, you know, ventilator in the nose, you know what I'm saying? You sleep, you know what I'm saying? Eyes closed. No, nigga, not this one. That wasn't hospice I went through. This hospice was literally seeing my mother become lifeless. I'm talking eyes open, mouth open, looking at zombie, right? So I'm talking you're literally watching and during this was hospice for me. I'm literally watching my mom become lifeless. I'm literally watching her become brain dead. Like all of these things we're watching in real time, bro. Very traumatic, very traumatic. But Monday come around, she seen my grandma. By Tuesday, my mom really was like really there, like just there looking in the sky. And it was crazy because at one moment, like on Monday, people is coming. We inviting family, friends and shit like that. On Monday, my mom look at me, I'm holding her hand. She like, why y'all happy? Y'all happy I'm dying? Mind you, if you know my mom, she had a mouth. I'm like, girl, we trying to keep your spirits up in this bitch. We trying to make sure you're okay. Like we're trying to make sure you feel okay. We know, and we know it's the last couple moments, babe. We're just trying to make sure you're good, right? And I just remember her looking over like, you feel me? Like, y'all happy I'm dying or something? Like, girl, no, we just want to make sure you're good. So Tuesday, like I said, she was becoming more lifeless. And I think that for me, just throughout this whole process, that was so traumatic. Like seeing somebody really become lifeless in days is crazy. So boom, Wednesday come around. One thing my mom kept asking about was she just wanted to be at home. So hospice, we like, shit, she's dying. So let's get her home. So they transfer my mom home. She in the living room and she passed on the 6th. So this is Wednesday. And my aunt Michelle was there, Daryl, Jalen, Darnell, my grandma. We all in the living room. Mind you, I got there late because I don't know. Let me finish my work because I just felt like something about to happen. Let me finish my work. My mom ain't talking no more. Let me just finish this work that I got to do and I'll be there. So I feel like I prolonged it a little bit because I think I knew. Like, I think I knew at that time, like, yeah, she on her last. You feel me? So we get over there. I get over there. And by this point, a nurse had already came. And a nurse had came probably like around 6 and told us like half her body was kind of getting cold. So she was transitioning, right? Not really sure why motherfuckers thought she was gonna make it another day or two or whatever, but half her body was cold. So when I get there, I pull up like 5 minutes later, another hospice nurse pull up. So that should tell us everything. So he pull up, he cool as fuck. Shout out to you. I forgot your name. He cool as fuck. He get in there and basically he asked us like, is anybody else coming to see her? And we like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? What you mean? He like, she's transitioning right now. Like she's actively transitioning. Family getting into it and shit like that. But like my mom, when I walked in, I heard her like moaning, like she's looking up at the sky, her mouth is open, but she's just moaning, like grunting. And like to hear that and to know like this is the pain that she was enduring like every day just to stay alive and stay with us, like she don't hear it, but shout out to you. Like you're different. You're different. Like you are very different. But anyways, my mom passed away. We see her take her last breath. The funeral home gets there, come and get her, all of the things. I'm in the car because I ain't really trying to talk to nobody, be around nobody, bitch. Back up, bitch. You feel me? Get in the car. I take my grandma home, and then her friend came and got her, which we appreciate that. And also back to the hospital. Like I just appreciate everybody that was there. Like one thing about it, you find out who really be down for you. And it's not the people that was just at the hospital, but anybody that checked in on me. Like I'm a type of person that I don't really share a lot. Like I'm not really the emotional cry on Instagram type of nigga. Not cry on Instagram, but I'm saying like, express on Instagram, not even cry, express on Instagram, express outwardly. I'm not that type of person. I'm more of a like bottled in type nigga. Like this is a lot for me right now, but I just feel like I had to come on here. But all of that to say, like, I just appreciate everybody that sent texts, calls, things like that. Even came up to the hospital and like just seeing my mom for her last days. Like, that was a lot. My mom was a vain ass person, and it's to have to see her yellow eyes, frail, can barely do anything, just move her hair from side to side. Like that was a real vulnerable ass moment. So boom, let's get to the motherfucking, it's not a joke, right? But if y'all, you know what I'm saying, book the nigga for a funeral, you feel me? Bookies is open because a nigga did his big one. I did my motherfucking big one. So at that point, my mom had always said, like, I know Dewey gonna make sure I'm fly. Dewey gonna make sure this, that, and the third, if that was to ever happen. And Dewey did that. You hear me? Dewey did that. So it was like, I felt like during these moments, I really, like, I was just having this conversation the other day. Like, I don't think I really was able to grieve. I still kind of feel like I be here and there with it. Not delusional in the fact that I know my mom is gone, but it just don't be seeming real. You feel me? So during this time, I'm planning this funeral. It's like, it's foot on the gas. Like I'm getting pictures. People are sending me pictures. People are motherfucking, I gotta find her something to wear. Me and my grandma go to the store. We go to Macy's. You feel me? It was really like dressing a Barbie doll. Shit was so weird, but I'm making sure everything is in order because my mom didn't play about her shit, so I ain't gonna play about you. So we get to Macy's. We get the dress. Mind you, I pick a little dress. If y'all came to the funeral, you see her black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, her black. We get to the desk. The lady's like, "Ooh, cute dress, dress so cute." So she like, "Who's this for?" So my grandma was like, "My daughter," and she was like, "Oh, she's gonna love it." And my grandma was like, "She's dead." The lady was like, "Ooh, like I'm sorry." Like it's not funny, but it just be like moments like that be so awkward. But the lady was just like, "I'm so sorry," and it's like, "Yeah, babe." Yeah, babe, she gone. But yeah, she about to look fine though. She gonna look fine though. So boom, we get her dressed. We get to the nursing home. I mean, not the nursing home. We get to the funeral home. We give them her shit. My mom, when she was in the bed, she did say some things that she wanted. Like she wanted her nails to be cream. She wanted her hair, like whatever. So I get her a little wig. We get the little Miss Gina bust the wig down. You hear me? There was only one thing that I really didn't like about my mama laying in that casket, but I ain't gonna say it out loud because if you know, you motherfucking know. If you came to that funeral, you seen what I seen, you know what the fuck Dewey wasn't fucking with. There was only one thing that I wasn't fucking with, but I'm gonna leave that. That's for God. Like, I'm gonna leave that for y'all. You feel? Y'all figure it out. But hair bust down, babe. Hair bust down, nigga. What curls going? My mom looked beautiful in that casket. Yeah, like to be honest with y'all, I don't know why my Cherie thought I was the strongest soldier. Like I am not God's strongest soldier. I mean, clearly I am, you know what I'm saying? I like to think that I'm the smartest in the family, things like that. But the strongest soldier, no, babe. Like, man, if you've ever planned a funeral for your motherfucking mom, your motherfucking dad, your closest people to you, like I'm collecting pictures. I'm having to write the obituary. I'm doing all of this. Not mad about it because I told her like I got you, but just thinking like, damn, like I don't feel like I really had the moment to really sit with myself because I had to make sure everything else was in order. You feel me? And like I said, if you want to book a nigga, hello, this the program. You hear me? This the program, right? So they showing me at the funeral home, no shade to the funeral home, nothing like that. They showing me little trifolds, little pamphlets and shit. No, that program not happening. No, I'm over that bitch like, no. So now I finally just say, hey, can I create it myself? Let me create. Let me do it. So they said, yeah. So they sent me the little outline. And so I had did her a little trifold. You get me? Picture. Popping, hello, you know what I'm saying? We don't play about my Cherie. But yeah, did her program, got the funeral together. Shout out to anybody that came to the funeral. It was a beautiful moment. Just her funeral was beautiful. One thing this is another thing when we talk about humanizing our parents, like one thing I didn't know was that like my mom has such an impact, bro. Like she had such an impact that like it kind of like still like makes me like I feel fucked up. Like I feel fucked up because I didn't know how many lives my mom had really touched. You know what I'm saying? Again, back to the humanizing thing. When you think about your parents, you see them as your parent. I seen her as my mom. I didn't see her as a boss. I didn't see her as a mentor. I didn't see her as all these different things that she was in the community. And for me, like I gave my mom her flowers. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said before, like I don't regret nothing, but I wish that I could have gave her more. You feel me? Like just the experience of the funeral. A funeral was packed as fuck. I haven't seen it. I'm not being funny. I haven't seen a funeral like that. You feel me? Like, and people kept saying that, like, I've never seen a homegoing like this. I have not seen a funeral that packed. We pull up in a limousine, my nigga. Funeral packed, nigga. Motherfuckers in an overflow. They in another room watching it like it's a motherfucking concert, like it's a motherfucking draft day. They in another room watching it from a fucking TV just to show up for her. You get me? Like, my mom did her big one. Like, she genuinely did her big one. And I just shout out to her, bro. That was crazy. So the funeral was a moment, and not over here. I can't, like, I mean, for real, just shout out to my mom. Like, man, listen, like it was a moment. It was beautiful. She looked beautiful, but I think that even in those moments, I still wasn't there for real. Like, shout out to Quay. She took some beautiful pictures from that. Daryl wanted a photographer. He said, we going all out for your mom. Nigga had the photographer in that bitch. Shout out to Quay. But like I said, the moment was just beautiful. And I think that even like now, and I'm sitting here talking about it, it don't feel real for real. And I wanted to tell y'all about some other shit as far as like with grief. So we're gonna get to that. But I just want y'all to know, like, this shit, no day is the same, right? Losing somebody that's really that like losing somebody that like raised you, your parents, whoever you like was close to you, this shit just feels like an out of body experience, right? Like, I think for me having to head everything, I really wasn't able to like sit with myself. And like people were coming over and like comforting me and shit like that, which I appreciate, but I really wasn't able to sit with myself. So in the moments that I've been able to sit with myself, that shit be hard, bro. Like fuck the iPhone too, nigga. You scroll to the motherfucking right, and y'all know that little square at the top where it show you old pictures. It's always my mom. Like, hold on now. Like, it's always my motherfucking mom. Or like a picture, a group picture of us, and it's like, all right, Apple, bitch, you're being funny for real. Like, too not too much. You get me? Like, it'd be weird. Like, it just be crazy. It'd be crazy. But in those moments, I'm like, okay, maybe my sister with me, maybe my sister, my girl with me, type shit. But all of that to say, I know I'm over here cracking the jokes and shit, but it's been hard. You feel me? It's been hard. It was even hard to come up here and do this episode, but I just feel like it was so pivotal for real, because I think when you hear like people say when somebody dies, it changes you. For me, I think it probably is going to change me in time, right? But one thing it has done was like change my perspective. Like, we've said it here on the episode before, like life is hella short. You get me? You never know when your last day is. And I think we kind of take that for granted too. We take that sentence for granted. Like, you never know when your last day is. Like, no, y'all, you literally don't know when your last day is. Nigga, I'm on Instagram, and this is, I don't know what this, but I'm on Instagram and I see Glossa got her foot amputated. Like, shit, like, you just don't know when your last moments is. You just don't know. So it's very important to just be grateful, bro. Be grateful for the fact that you can fucking breathe. Because for me, hearing my mom, somebody that has said they was tired multiple times, like I had just talked to her on Easter, and my mom was just talking to me like, like, I'm tired, like, but I don't, like, I'm tired. I'm tired of appointments. I'm tired of getting poked. I'm tired. Like, I've been doing this shit for 6 years. Like, when is it going to get better? Like, every time I get to the doctor, it's a bad report. You feel me? This bad report, that bad report. Like, when does this shit get better? You know what I'm saying? I was only in remission for 2 years. Like, she mad. You feel me? She mad talking about it. But this is a person that wanted to still be alive, bro. So, like, everybody take your life and cherish it, nigga, not for granted. Stop taking your life for granted and cherish that shit, because this is a person that really still wanted to be here, even with all the pain she was enduring. And so before we get up out of here, the thing I want to talk about is grief, right? Like, no day is the same. So I brought me some little bit of notes, and these are the things I want y'all to stop doing. If you don't know grief, you have not been grieving. We grieve relationships and, lost friendships and things like that. But grief is crazy when it comes to them motherfuckers, them family members, them friends. Death is crazy, bro. You feel me? And I have wrote a couple things that supporting somebody with grief, this is what I need y'all to do, okay? The first one is stop saying, let me know if you need anything. Because guess what? I'm never going to let you know when I need anything. I'm not going to let you know when I need shit. You feel me? Stop saying that. Just pull up on the motherfucker. And these are things that I feel like even in my years, when people losing their people and losing their family members and losing people that's close to them, dealing with death, I said these things too. But now that I know I've been in that space, I want y'all to stop doing that. Stop saying that, because the person grieving is never going to let you know if they need anything. We just don't have the capacity for it. Like, if you feel compelled to do it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest moments was just people randomly popping up at my shit, randomly popping up in my crib, not giving me an option to say yes or no. Because in those times, you really don't want to be around nobody. You just want to sulk in the bed for real. Like, literally, you just want to lay in the bed in the dark. Like, so yeah, pull up on a motherfucker. Stop asking them, do they need anything? And let me know. Because I'm never going to let you know. They're never going to let you know. Some people might, but this one not. You hear me? The next one. Like I said, proximity, pull up on them. Like, proximity does matter. I feel like in those moments where people were pulling up on me, even if I wanted to be by myself, having that comfort meant a lot. Like, even at the hospital, like, having that comfort of like people coming up and like motherfuckers I wasn't even talking to came up there. Like, friends that I hadn't spoke to in months came up there just to see my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, those moments will live forever, bro. Y'all gonna laugh at this one. I'm dead ass. If you don't pray, don't put me in your prayers, babe. The one thing that will fucking piss me the fuck off on Facebook is a motherfucker talking about, I ain't praying for you, I ain't praying for your family. Bitch, you don't pray. You don't pray. Don't You don't pray. So don't say that. Actually, don't say anything at all. You know the best thing to do? Just drop an emoji. Drop a dove, drop a heart, just drop an emoji. You don't have nothing else better to say. Drop the praying motherfucking hands. Stop saying you praying because you don't pray. Don't pray for me. Don't pray. Don't pray because you don't. You feel me? Cool. Grief looks different for everyone, but be understanding of their circumstances. This one is really big because I think even when I think about like my family, right, we all are grieving differently. Some people are grieving outwardly on Instagram. Some people are grieving. Some people are going to my mom's plot every day. She's in a mausoleum. Baby said, put me in the wall. Okay. I didn't even know about the Mozzie. I didn't even know about the Mozzie before my mom. Like, what? Put her in the wall, babe. She said, I ain't going to no dirt. Put me in the wall. Okay, cool. So niggas is still going to the mausoleum to see my mom. I haven't been there yet. But, just understanding that like, we are all grieving, but grief looks different for everybody, right? Like my grandma has her days where like, and that's another big thing for me has been like me grieving. I'm grieving for everyone else but myself at this moment. Like, and it's just because I've had to hold it down for real. So like, I'm just worried about everybody. And what in these last couple, like this last week was hard for me because I had just been sad. Like I'm just sad as fuck for real. Like I'm sad as fuck. Like, I'm sad type shit. Like I really am. Like I think for me, I have been grieving my mom for years since I even heard her having cancer. I'm like, okay, my mom's gonna die from cancer, right? And so like in these last 6 years, I think I was already being like trying to see life without her, but you really don't know. You don't know until it happens type shit. You don't know how you feel. You don't know what's going on. Like you don't know. So like, just know that grief looks different. Like nigga, just cause I'm posting content and I'm still doing shit, that don't mean I'm not sad. You get me? That don't mean I don't go through my moments of where I don't want to do nothing, where I don't want to go to the gym, where I don't want to go to work, where I just want to sit in my house. Like I make this shit look good for real. If we being all the way honest, cause that's the type of person I am. I have this go about me that's never going to stop. Right. But even in the midst of that, like nigga, no, I really be sad for real. Like, so don't let the motherfucker smile fool you. You hear me? So boom, that's that. The last one I had was instead of asking, and I feel like I was just talking to my brother and sister's mom. I used to always be like, that was like a second mom to me for real. And I was telling her about a moment that I will never forget. And this was like, we was talking, she had called me the day my mom passed away. And this is like a little story. We're going to get up out of here in a minute. But she called me, and this moment, it always makes me cringe, y'all. Mind you, she had just lost her niece, and then months later, she lost her dad, right? And I remember I came into the crib. I think I'm in high school. Yeah, I'm in high school. No, she had just lost her dad, so I'm in college. Like prior freshman, I come in the crib, you feel me? Lights dark, she under the cover, TV playing, but I'm just like, it's real eerie in this bitch. Like I'm happy, you know me, I'm go lucky. I came in this bitch like, you know what I mean? What's going on? So I asked her like, are you okay? And she's like, she checked the fuck out of me. She like, am I okay? And I'm like, you know me, I'm like, yeah, you okay? Like you still being goofy. Like, yeah, you good? Like, she like, I just lost my dad. Like I lost my niece a couple months ago. What do you mean am I okay? And I tell y'all, that has lived with me since I was a freshman in college. So mind y'all, now being where I'm at in this moment, I remember apologizing to her on the phone. I was like, do you remember when I came in and said that? And she was like, yeah. And I said, I just want to apologize. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, because you don't know until you know, right? But motherfuckers asking, am I okay? Like, no, I'm not okay. Like, I'm making it look like it's cool, but no, I'm not okay. You feel me? Instead of saying, are you okay? Ask a motherfucker, how are you? Let me make that statement. Let me define how I'm feeling. And sometimes in those moments, you don't even know how you feel, but to ask me, am I okay or am I good? No, bitch, I'm not good. No. No, I'm not good. I have to talk to my grandma every day to check on her. And every day she's telling me about how she missed her only child. Like, no, I'm not okay. You feel me? I'm making it work though. So yeah, change that question. Are you okay to how are you? And let that motherfucker define it, okay? And the last thing is, if I had to give advice to anybody grieving, anybody that's going to walk into grief, because like my grandma like to remind me every day, like, girl, if you go, it's a wrap. Like, y'all, I was God's strongest soldier for my mom's funeral, but I don't know about grandma's, right? My grandma keeps saying, never know your last day or whatever. So anybody that's going to hit the grief, anybody that has went through grief and of death and things like that, here's a couple things and then we out of here, right? give yourself space and grace. So give yourself space and grace to feel however you feel, right? Again, no day is the same. You have to allow yourself to feel. And I feel like this week, my mom passed away May 6th, y'all. It is July 17th. And today, but this week, it was like a July 11th, I'm guessing, right? Like a July 11th, 12th, whatever. This week, I actually allowed myself to feel. So allow yourself to feel and give yourself that grace to be like, today's just a bad day. Like, I remember being in the gym the other day and people were like, Dewey, you're so quiet. Like, what's going on? I'm just like, I'm tired. But no, I'm like really sad for real. Like, I actually don't want to be here. I want to be at home in my bed. But I just have to keep myself going, right? Remember the good things, the memories, the talks, the lessons, and the love. I wrote that one because I think another thing that's keeping me here, not keeping me here, but keeping me like sane is the fact that I can look back at messages. I can look back at videos. Like my mom and my dad on my 30th birthday, they had at my event, they did like a speech. And I remember posting it when I was in Houston, because shout out to my friends, they had put together Kiana in Houston, Reese, Selena, everybody had a part, so I want to show y'all the love, but they all put together this dinner for my mom, and it was like a private dinner, and it had her menu had her pictures on it, and that's beautiful. Like, I'm about to cry again. That shit was beautiful as fuck, because again, I don't talk about my feelings for real, you feel me? Like, when I was in Houston, it was my mom's birthday. Her birthday was on the 26th, so that was a big moment for me. Let's pin that was a big moment for me. That was beautiful. But in that moment, I was just remembering like the good things about my mom, like, and not saying it was bad things, but I'm saying the good things, the good moments we share. So that one of the ones was us being on the stage and her like, really like sharing how she felt about her 30-year-old son that had just turned 30. You feel me? She like, welcome to the 30 club. And like those moments will always live forever. So just remember the good things, remember the good times. Shit, spam the messages y'all have. I ain't really did that too much because I can't do it. I can't do it right now. But spam the messages. Go scroll up, go into messages and see what y'all used to talk about. See them old pictures, which, like I told y'all, Apple be playing because they be throwing them pictures all the time. But yeah, 2 more. Talk about it and write about it. So for me, this has helped me, right? We almost at the end of the episode, and me talking about it has helped me really like live it again, right? But that helps, like writing about it. I ain't really journaled yet. Because I really don't want y'all to look at my journal. You feel me? Like, I don't want y'all in my motherfucking journal type shit. So I ain't writing about it, but I am talking about it. I'm trying to make sure that I actually say the things that I feel, you feel me, about this situation. And there's some things I still feel like I haven't quite dealt with as far as her death, but yeah, talk about it and write about it. And then finally, like, be patient with yourself, bro. It's a process, right? Like they said, like, no day is the same. They was telling me that all the time. One thing Steph told me was like, all the love you're getting right now is gonna stop in about 2 weeks. And when she said that shit, that it couldn't have been too true. You feel me? My phone was blown the fuck up in the first week. Couple of days, like, our motherfuckers gonna leave me alone. Now niggas just leave me for dead. Like, it was a moment where I couldn't stop you niggas for saying something to me. Now niggas don't say nothing. You feel me? But it's cool. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, one of the things she did say was like, just remember, like, when you're grieving, like, a lot of people, they're gonna bombard you in the beginning. But that shit's gonna stop, and that shit has stopped. And now it's time for me to sit with me. Right. And I've had to really give myself that grace and give myself that patience of like knowing that no day is going to look the same, bro. And even if you feel good on Monday, Tuesday might come around, you crying all day. You get me? And just being okay with that ebb and flow and that change, like, is one thing that I want y'all to like take with y'all. Like, just try to operate and not even saying operate in the day-to-day, but just try to make sure your mind, like, I've been going to the pool a lot, just try to clear your head, bro, because you're gonna have so many thoughts, so many feelings. And again, this shit doesn't get easier, and it hasn't got easy for me. And maybe, I mean, my mom passed away in May and it's July, so maybe it will get easier. But I'm talking to people that done lost their parents 13 years ago. They like, this shit don't get no better. It doesn't feel any better, but it does get better. Like, you still feel that pain. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers posting about their mom or posting pictures of their mom, and you can't do that. You don't have that luxury anymore. And it really does have a toll on you. And Um, I think that again, giving myself grace, I think that I'm getting through it, but it's definitely gonna take some more time for me. I thought I was the strongest motherfucking soldier, but clearly, as I've been crying on this episode, I'm not, and that's okay. And this has been a great episode, y'all. Like, we at the end for real, for real. So, to wrap up, definitely follow me, official dr underscore on TikTok, my prescribe page, prescribe dr, and then prescribe dr underscore on Twitter and TikTok. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things, man. Like, do it all, babe. Do it all, babe. That IG, that personal IG took off a little bit after I got out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? I posted one reel in Houston, took off. Now I posted another one. I got back. I'm like, Masha, is that you? Like, girl, is that you? What's up? You know what I'm saying? But definitely tap in with me. My personal page, my prescribe page. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, y'all, this is oh shit, I was supposed to do that. My bad. Before I got up out of here, I do want to read this, and we're gonna try, like I was saying, this is good. Like I was saying, to spam them messages and things. So a special person got this for me, and it sits on the top of my like bookshelf or like my bar. It looks just like my motherfucking house if you see my house, right? But I want to read this because I just want y'all to know, like, go back to the messages, go back to the moments. Like I said, my mom had did the speech at my show. And so I'm going to read this and then we're going to really get up out of here. But like, comment, and subscribe. This is the last thing. I'm probably about to cry, so I really need to be like, goodbye. All right, cool. So my mom wrote this. I want to say she wrote this on I don't know what birthday this was, but she wrote this and she said, I have loved you from the moment you entered this world. Being young, headstrong, and not want to listen to others, I definitely made our journey one for the record books. But I wouldn't have changed any part of it. We have struggled together and succeeded together. We have cried together, we've laughed together. Through all of my promotions and degrees, you by far have been my greatest accomplishment. You made parenting look easy. You are a joy and a pain. Overall, the joy far exceeds the pain. Girl, don't say nothing like that. You are a gift to our family, a role model to your brothers. Continue to shine, son. Never let anyone steal your joy. Keep loving, growing, pushing, and learning how to be the best you. I thank God for blessing me with a son as great as you. Live your best life and remember, I love you more than words. Mom. Y'all. Crazy. Spam them up. Getting them motherfucking messages, y'all. All right. But like I said, these moments, bro, will always live forever. And so make sure y'all document. All right. This is Prescribed, where we turn real conversations into real prescriptions, and we out of here.